Hi, I'm Ben Jarvis. I lead a team of analysts at Google. Our role is to work with the largest advertisers across Australia and New Zealand to help ensure that they can unlock increased business growth by connecting with consumers online. We have a variety of solutions and tools that we use, but the exciting thing is that you also have access to some of these real-time consumer insights. Google Trends is a powerful and publicly available platform that you can leverage to identify changes, patterns, and trends in consumer interest, which can be factored into your business and marketing decisions. The goal of today's demo is to give you some practical tips to get started. Before we jump into any search insights, I want to explain how the data is curated and presented. Google Search is one of the largest data sets in the world, so trends data is sampled to increase the speed of our results. It's completely anonymized. The data is also indexed to 100, where 100 is the maximum interest for the time and location specified. Let's get started. This is the Google Trends homepage. You can access this by simply typing trends into Google Search. From here, we can select the Explore option from the side menu. I can type in any search term to begin exploring the trends, but we also have some suggested examples below. I'd like to explore the search trends for a particular brand in order to better understand what's currently going on in terms of consumer interest for that business. If I take an Australian brand like Bunnings, we see that it gives me the option of selecting a search term, a company, or a topic. The search term option will provide data for just that search term, which is quite narrow. If we select the company or topic, it's going to reflect a basket of search queries, which is more representative of the different ways people search for the same thing. It is typically better to select a topic or subject, as that will give us a more complete view of search interest. We can look at global data, but let's switch this to just Australia. A 12-month view gives us a lot of information to work with. If I scroll down, you can see that we get a geographic visualization for the relative interest of different Australian states. You can see here that Tasmania actually over-indexes on interest in Bunnings relative to the other Australian states. The absolute number is less important than the differences between states. This is what I meant earlier by normalization. We are less interested in the absolute volume of search and more interested in how popular a search is relative to a geographic area. This means effective comparisons can be made even though population or search volumes are different. Scrolling further, we get related topics and related queries, which Google sees as connected to interest in the Bunnings brand. A rising topic is one that has had a significant increase in search interest, whereas top refers to the highest level of interest overall. So, for example, I can click on door as a topic and it will trend the search interest for that particular topic over time. For any marketer in this space, the question becomes, which products are closely associated with my brand? Is there breakout interest in particular products, and do we have the inventory and the marketing in place to take advantage of these increased interest levels? If we change our timeline, we can even go down to hourly trending. Taking a look at the last 7 days, you can see the interest levels peak on a Saturday and Sunday morning. Again, when we look at the last 3 months, you can see this pattern on weekends, which is sustained, but has seen interest levels double over the last month. The next option can be really important. As I described, we are looking at the interest in this topic compared to the interest in all of search in Australia over the last 3 months. But that may not provide the level of insight you're really looking for. We can select a relevant category from this drop-down. Whichever category we select becomes the new benchmark for judging interest levels. So if I select home and garden and drop into bed and bath and then into bathroom, what we're now seeing is the interest level in Bunnings within the category of all searches in the home bathroom category. This may change the graph a little or a lot, depending on your topic selection. But it's important to keep in mind as the interest level is always relative to your geography and category selection. We also have the option of diving into different types of search, such as YouTube search and even image search, but we'll keep it on Google search for this example. Part of the challenge in making use of datasets like this is the lack of a starting hypothesis. It's vital that you begin with a starting proposition. So, for example, I spent a lot of time working with financial services companies, and I know from reading finance news that there have been big changes in demand for certain financial products. I want to better understand what this looks like for credit cards in Australia. I can already see a more recent change in interest levels for credit cards here. It can be really useful to make comparisons between topics. Two of the biggest financial services product categories are credit cards and mortgages. Making this comparison, we can see some really interesting developments. The demand for short-term credit is decreasing, but interest in mortgages and the desire to refinance is increasing. If we zoom out to our total timeline, this is super interesting. The last time that interest in these two products converged and overlapped was in 2009. This speaks to huge swings in consumer interest levels and has implications for financial services in terms of product creation, resourcing, marketing, and so on. This tool offers a lot of different ways to begin your journey by trying to prove or disprove assumptions that you may have. You can look at your brand performance in light of marketing investment. You can compare products that are important to your business. You can even try to spot breakout searches and trends for things that can help drive your business growth. For further resources, head to thinkwithgoogle.com/AUNZ.